Science with Shields. We've had Spooktacular October edition. We're still having fun with Halloween themed science experiments all through the month of October. This one has to do with candy because what do we get during Halloween time? We get a lot of candy. So today we are going to be looking at gummy worms. So what we're going to do today is we're going to attempt to make gummy worms dance. Now I've tried this experiment before, a little lackluster, but that's science. So it always is something that you gotta look forward to and see what's going to happen when you do science experiments. So with a little bit of TV magic, I've already got some stuff going on here brewing in the lab. So what you need for this is baking soda once again and vinegar. We're going to have that reaction, but this time with that reaction of the baking soda and vinegar, with that carbon dioxide being created, it's going to fizz and make the worms dance, supposedly. Again, I've had some issues with this. So what you need is you need to take a glass, which I've got some fun Halloween themed glasses. Really fun. Okay, anyways, there you go. Look, it's a pumpkin face. This one is a bat. So the bat I'm going to use with the vinegar. With the pumpkin, I'm going to make a solution of warm water and baking soda. So you're gonna put at least 3 scoops of baking soda in, mix it around, and have a warm water solution. I've already got one going here, so I'm not going to take the time to do that. But again, you're gonna take 3 tablespoons of baking soda, stick it in a glass with warm water, and then while that is sitting there and you mix it together, you're going to want to cut up your worms. So I've already got some cut worms here, but you want to make your worms from a normal candy worm, which is like this size. You want to cut them. It's easiest to do it with scissors, and I think it's safe. You could also use a knife, and I also forgot, already I'm in this experiment. The safety goggles are sitting on my head. So before we start this chemical reaction, definitely want to put your safety goggles on. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the gummy worms into about 3 slices. And we are going to continue to do that. And then you're going to stick the gummy worms in your warm water solution, which I've already got going here. I've got my worms in here. So why are we sticking it in the solution? It's because the gummy worms are going to soak up that water and baking soda solution. And then when you stick them in the vinegar, they should dance. So we're gonna try this. Again, you could stick it in for about 15 minutes to a half an hour in that baking soda solution because you really want those gummy worms to soak up the baking soda and water mixture. So next I'm gonna fill this up with vinegar. So I got my big container of vinegar here, and we're gonna stick that into the vat. Now, I believe at this point, we have had these worms soaking for at least 15 minutes. Fingers crossed. Again, I've had some issues with this experiment, but that's science. It doesn't always work. And you can always try different solutions. Maybe they need to soak for an hour. Maybe they need to soak less. We don't know, but we're gonna try this. So you're gonna take one of your worms out of the solution, and it may be better to use something to fish them out with because they are kind of slimy. So I've got one worm here, and I am going to stick it now into the vinegar. So here we go. We'll see what happens. You can kind of see the worm bubbling here. Oh, it's dancing. Did you see it move up? Or was my hand in the way? Look, there it is. It is a dancing worm. I'm so excited that this worked this time. Hooray, science, it prevails. But how cool is this? And again, this is the reaction of the baking soda and the vinegar, making those bubbles, making it fizz, and it's allowing for that worm to dance in the water. Eventually the reaction will end and the worm will go back down sitting, but this is really cool. I'm really happy. I tried this like 3 times at home and it didn't work, so happy it's working today, and you can try this out. Again, it's best to use not as many worms. Let's see if we can do it one more time with a different worm. Whoop. Now my worm fell apart, but we'll stick another one in there and see if this one will dance. Oh look, this one went to the top. Look at it dancing. We need some theme music. Do, 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 dancing worms. Okay, really excited that this worked. But anyways, if you don't want to eat your gummy worms that you got for Halloween, fun, easy experiment. Again, let's just bring up the graphic here of how these worms are dancing. So what is happening is that you've got baking soda and vinegar reacting once again. This time, the baking soda is soaked into the gummy worm. This reaction creates that carbon dioxide, which will fizz and bubble, making the worms dance in the vinegar. Really fun, easy experiment to do this time of the year. Thank you for tuning in to Science with Shields. You can catch all new episodes coming up on WTAJ Plus Tuesdays at 10:30.